Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we're reviewing the DCUC Club Black Freighter exclusive Rorschach. So yes, here we have another Watchmen figure that was exclusively available through Matty Collector, and it's Rorschach, who is my second favorite character. Basically, you know, just your sort of standard DCUC style of figure, except this one happens to be Rorschach. So let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, sculpt, paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Rorschach. Here is our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Protector, and our 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. DCUC figures are usually a little bit taller than Marvel Legends, but they are still in the 6-inch scale, and of course much bigger than a Marvel Universe figure. Let's get the other two out of here and just look at Rorschach. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Rorschach. He is wearing a brown coat. It's a fairly light brown. It could go to orange if it was too much brighter. It's got lots of nice shading in it, which is cool. He has on purple gloves, both of which are for holding his accessory. He has little straps and buttons and everything on his coat. All the texture is all nice. He has a sort of a little scarfy ascot-y thing tucked into the coat up there at the top. His coat is a big rubber piece, so it is slightly flexible. His pants are purple and have pinstriping on them, and then he has some brown shoes, which are reasonably decently detailed. And that's pretty much it. Perfectly acceptable detail, certainly looks like Rorschach. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpt. Zooming in on Rorschach's head sculpt, his head is fairly smooth, but you can tell that there's a bit of nose detail, and his sort of looks like a mask shaped around a head. He has his white mask with the black splotches on it. Of course, it could have looked any particular way that any sort of ink blot test could look, but they chose to go with this particular pattern, which looks fine. He has on his hat, which has a purple band around it, and is the same color as his jacket otherwise. Perfectly acceptable head sculpt, no complaints about it. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Rorschach has standard DCUC articulation, although a lot of it is impeded by his coat. His head goes up and down practically none, but it rotates. All joint shoulders in and out, forward and back, bicep cut, single joint elbow, wrist rotation. He does have a waist cut. I can't tell if he has an abdominal joint underneath this. It feels like he might. Either way, you can't use it. Hips do go in and out, forward and back, but barely. Thigh cut, single joint knee, and ankle goes up and down ever so slightly. So his coat keeps you from really being able to do much below the waist. But you can get him to stand there, and as long as that's all you want him to do below the waist is stand, you'll be good. Now Rorschach does come with some accessories, so let's go ahead and look at those. Accessories-wise, Rorschach comes with the stand that everyone comes with, which is the Watchmen logo with a peg on it. It's good for helping him stand up, and I think he has the best single accessory in terms of just detail and stuff. It is his grapple gun. It's got lots of variety of paint on it. It's sculpted really well. It's got the little rope there hanging off of it. It's not functional or anything, so you can't, like, attach it to things. But it looks cool, and you can get him to hold it, and it's pretty nice. Now, that wraps it up for Rorschach and all of his accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, you do get your standard packaging for this set. You have your big shipper box over here. Watchmen logo, Adult Collector, Doomsday Clock, Rorschach. Get your unique character art on that side, and then part of your Who Watches the Watchmen brick wall on that side, and then the back is basically the same. Your other box essentially looks like the front of the Watchmen book. Then you get a picture of Rorschach there on the side, and on the back, part of the Watchmen logo. On the inside, you get the part where the figure goes, and a nice art card of Rorschach. These are unfortunately not good for in-package display, but they are still kind of cool. So yeah. Rorschach. Alright, that about wraps it up for Rorschach, so until next time, goodbye!
Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.